This is Mindfulness with Richard Clarke. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. Today, we will continue with the series about emotional resilience and aging gracefully. This session will focus on cultivating gratitude, and I will encourage daily gratitude reflections to shift your focus from loss to appreciation. Sometimes loss has a way of grabbing all our attention, whether it's a person, a stage of life, or even a dream that faded. The feeling of something missing can settle deep in the heart. Mindfulness offers a way to gently shift your focus away from what's no longer here and towards what still is. And this is where gratitude begins to contribute. Gratitude is not about pretending that everything is perfect. It's not about denying problems, pain, or sorrow. Instead, it's about noticing what is present. Mindfulness helps you pause and see clearly. Maybe it's the softness of sunlight through a window, the kindness of a friend's voice, or the strength that it took just to show up today. When you're mindful, these small moments aren't so small. They become real enough to feel and to bring well-being. When you sit in meditation, something begins to happen. You start seeing how much your mind gravitates towards lack. What's wrong? What's missing? What used to be? That's natural, but mindfulness invites you to just watch, not fix, not change, just watch. And in that quiet watching, something shifts. You notice the breath, you feel your body sitting, breathing, being alive. You might notice the abundance that surrounds you. From this awareness, a kind of warmth begins to rise, not always with fireworks, but in a subtle, steady way. That warmth is gratitude. You may have lost people, seasons of life, or abilities you once counted on. But gratitude doesn't cancel that loss. It sits beside it. It says, yes, this is hard. And look, I'm still breathing, and the sky is still here, and I can still feel my feet on the ground. You begin to notice beauty again, not as a distraction, but as a part of your own wholeness. A simple practice can support this. Start each morning or end each day by naming three things you're grateful for. Let them be small and specific. The way the dog leaned into me, or the first sip of coffee, or not too much went wrong today. Don't force a feeling, just note the moment and how it feels. Over time, you may feel that your relationship with life is changing. The mind learns to settle in or settle less in what is missing and more in what's here. Gratitude doesn't need to be loud or dramatic. It can be quiet and true. Mindfulness gives you the pause that lets gratitude take root. Even in loss, something beautiful can still grow. So now we'll have a guided meditation on cultivating gratitude. Sit comfortably. Let your hands rest gently. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Begin by noticing your breath. Feel it entering and leaving the body. Let each exhale invite your body to relax a little more. And bring your attention to the feeling of breathing. No need to change it, just notice. Inhale and exhale. Let your breath be an anchor in this present moment. Now feel your body. Notice your feet on the ground, the seat holding you, your spine upright. Let yourself be supported. Feel the life within you. Now think of one thing, just one, that you're glad is part of your life. It could be a person, a color, a memory, or something as simple as the breath itself. Hold that feeling in your heart without needing to change it or explain it. Just feel your gratitude. With each inhale, let the feeling of gratitude grow. With each exhale, let go of any tension or resistance. You don't have to feel anything big. Just stay present with what is here. Now bring to mind something you've lost. Let it come gently. See if you can feel both the loss and, alongside it, your gratitude. Hold them both together. And notice the gratitude and feel it grow. Feel your gratitude grow and just fill your being. Now begin to notice the room around you. Feel your breath again. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And if your eyes are closed, open them gently. And carry this quiet presence and gentle gratitude into the rest of the day. You are here, and there is still beauty to notice. So thank you for giving yourself the space to pause and reflect. Gratitude doesn't ask us to deny what has been lost. It invites us to include what is still present. Even in the midst of change or sorrow, there are moments of grace worth noticing. As you move through the day, keep your eyes and heart open to the small things, a breath, a smile, a moment of peace. And let this practice stay with you, not just while you're sitting here, but in how you meet the world. May you carry a soft awareness with you, and may gratitude find you in quiet, in unexpected ways. Now, Barley, how has your meditation been?
Well, I think because I'm not working with Jean anymore, I'm going to be able to change my schedule. The last 2 nights I was able to shut the TV off at 9 o'clock, and I went to Jon Zinn and meditated with his videos.
Very good.
So I know that was good. I guess maybe I was just really busy with, that job, and now I'm not anymore. So I'm kind of excited.
And in ways, that sounds like Carol has
Yeah.
what she's figuring out how to do it at the end of the day works for both of you, it looks like.
Yes, I got that idea from Carol. Mm-hmm.
And now you're saying you got that idea from Carol.
Well,
That's one of the things that we do here in these sessions is
yeah.
we share stuff with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's possible to learn something from uh, other folks' struggles.
Yeah. I know you do it in the morning, and some people do it in the morning, but I guess I just feel too busy in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better for me to wind down.
Well, the thing about it is it's best to do it when it's best for you.
Yes.
and people have to figure that out. Now,
Yeah.
how about you, Doug? How's it been in the months that we've been apart?
Well, I can't say that I've figured it out. Um, I meditate occasionally. Um, it's usually like in the afternoons, but not regularly and not real often. Probably,
Hmm.
I don't know, once in a while.
Okay, so you're still it's still an idea that is present, and you get enough from it to do it every now and then.
Oh yes. Well, I know that it's good for me, and it's so I think that's probably one of the problems. I've always felt aversion to anything that's good for me.
Well, I think you have to get to where you notice that it is pleasant on its own.
Oh, well, I noticed that.
So
Noticed that.
that's the
Um,
thing that for me provides the best motivation is it
yes,
feels good.
it does.
And I like to feel good. So do you think you will, now that you've joined us, do you think you might do it a little more frequently?
Well, that's what I want to do, so this is my first step here to
Okay,
uh, getting back.
good. And I figure if you joined us, then you know that one of the things I will do is nag you.
Well, yeah, I expected that, but I was hoping I would be welcome.
Of course you're welcome. What a silly idea. It's good to see you. How about you, Carol?
Okay, well, moving along with the nighttime thing, and Richard, you always say that you like meditating in the morning before your brain really gets revved up.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if Barley feels like this, but I wake up and my brain is going like crazy. And for me, at the nighttime, I'm sort of like
You're
winding down,
you're more
which is
settled.
why it's
Uh-huh.
easier for me. Yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
again,
so
that's
going
the
along,
thing.
I've got a couple of people that I'm listening to, Rupert Spira and Sunny Sharma, that have I do I do fewer than 15 minutes. If they're longer than that, I can't pay attention. But that's what I've been doing at night.
And again, what you're doing is still kind of returning to this place where it is peaceful inside.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the thing is that this is another middle habit. And making the habit to feel calm and peaceful, I think, is a worthwhile habit. It's certainly better than a lot of stuff that I waste my time on.
Yes, well, don't ask me about the rest of the day, that's for sure.
That's right. So anyway, I have another video from uh, Jon Kabat-Zinn, who I guess you're listening to already, Barley. And given today's subject, this video is on gratitude.
Now, people often ask me, well, why did you stop at 7? And I say, I don't know. I mean, I just stopped at 7. But I left out a few that I really probably am going to put in the next edition. And one of them would be gratitude. To bring gratitude to the present moment because, well, say, for one thing, just we're alive. We take that so much for granted. A little gratitude, wow, the body's working, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, my eyes work, my feet work, if, you know, the liver is working, the kidneys are working. I mean, we take so much for granted. So in that sense, the seven attitudes are a way to remind us of that, and gratitude really should be in that list. Another one would be generosity. A sense of like how powerful it is when you give yourself over to life, and that you give other people what would make them happy. Not for yourself, not so that you can pat yourself on the back and say, I am a generous person, but because it gives joy to others. It enhances interconnectedness. You demonstrate that you care and that you are actually giving some time and attention and thought to someone other than yourself. So both gratitude and generosity, I think, should be included in that list. I could go on, but I think that 9 would be enough. It's hard to keep more than 9 things in mind at any one time. And of course, they're all completely interconnected, so you don't have to actually remember any of it. If you are practicing non-striving, then everything else is embedded in that. Acceptance is embedded in acceptance is embedded in that. Generosity is embedded in that. Gratitude is embedded in that. Trust is embedded in that, and so forth. So any one of these attitudes is a door into all of them, and that's why they really are forming, in some sense, just different ways of understanding what mindfulness is really about. And I probably should say that in all Asian languages, the word for mind and the word for heart are the same word. So in English, when you hear the word mindfulness, if you're not hearing the word heartfulness, you're really not understanding it fully. And so those attitudes are really part of the heartfulness element of it. Whether it's seeing things as they actually are, the most profound thing you can see is the interconnectedness of all things. As soon as you see that, then emotions like anger, for instance, are very different because, or fear for that matter, are really transformed in some way because of our interconnectedness. So it's a way of seeing other people as they really are and not necessarily seeing them as threats, and then being able to find some domain of commonality that comes out of the heart, that comes out of the head, that comes out of the body, that comes out of life, as one completely integrated whole.
And now we'll take a few minutes to meditate within ourselves. Mindfulness is present moment awareness, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. Fully receive whatever is experienced. Then let it go.
Just now, I thought I could look for a tutorial online, and I it was just there was a part. Then
All right. And we'll close that chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Now, the other thing about gratitude is uh, what part of the brain that is used for gratitude. Gratitude is something from the right brain, which is your brain that sees things as wholes. And a lot of meditation is really aimed at using the right brain. And gratitude uses the emotional part of the right brain. So when you're practicing gratitude, you are in using the part of the brain that sees things as whole things, not things broken into little parts. And so I think that's a big deal. So another thing that people do with gratitude is keep a gratitude journal. Just some book where, we said, think of three things that you're grateful for today. And what you do in the journal is you just write them down. And, when you've done that for a week or two, you start to notice things and you may start to see yourself in some different way just because you're paying attention to what's going on. So, okay, am I making you work enough, Doug?
Well, I am certainly out of practice.
Uh-huh.
One thought after another.
Well, that's what it's like.
Yeah,
There comes a time when the thoughts get quiet.
right.
There actually comes a time when the thoughts stop altogether. And one of the things you will notice when that happens is you're still there, even though you're not thinking. You still exist, even without thoughts.
Well, Doug, maybe because you're having a medical situation, it's distracting you more.
Well, that could be. I certainly don't want to make any excuses,
Uh-huh.
Well, but
Well, I think you've been dealing with meditation as a kind of issue in your life for a long time.
Well, I have, yeah, most of my life,
Mm-hmm.
uh, in a sort of haphazard way,
Mm-hmm.
but
it's
it's
And
such a
there.
worthwhile thing, and anything worthwhile, I don't think comes easily. I think you have to put in a lot of work to get there.
and you notice yourself, Doug, the unruly mind filled with all this stuff.
Right, yeah.
But when you can start to give yourself a little peace, then there are spaces between all the stuff.
Mhm.
And who knows what you'll find next.
Well, this right here is certainly a good space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to see you and see you next week and have good meditation. And I'm going to ask you about it.
Okay,
All right.
Bye-bye.
See you.
all right, good seeing you.
Adios, amigos.